Hi, today I will show you how to design a fully constrained heart on FreeCAD. Okay, so first make sure you are in the part design workbench, and then you can select create a parametric part on the starting page. Then we will create a new body, create body, and then create a sketch. You can also use the helper tools on the sidebar on the left, and then select the XY plane. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the x-axis as a reference point to create arcs. That will be the arcs from the heart, and then we will set some constraints to make them equal, symmetric, and then we make the bottom part. So I'll start with the arc tool, so this tool, but we will not use the create arc by center. We will select here the create arc by 3 points. I usually find this one easier to create with 3 points. So you select the left point, the right point, and then you choose how big it will be, the arc. So we will use the 0, 0 point, and then we will connect this with the axis. So make sure that it's on the axis, so you will see the little arc with a point. This will already create a constraint to say that this point is glued to the axis, to that line. So you do this, and then now you will select how much the arc will be, the diameter. So we can do this, make it straight line. So we have our first arc, and then we can come here and do the same to the other side. Use the 0, 0 point, and then don't worry about the size now, you use some constraints for that. And the same thing here. Okay. So now we're gonna set the radius for this arc. And then you can, so for that we go here. You can use the constraint auto radius diameter, and then select a size. So I will use 16 here, 16 millimeters. And then I'll do the same at the other side. Constraint auto radius, 16 millimeters. So you can see that we still have two DOFs, degrees of freedom, here, because this can move. So what we're gonna do is, to make sure this arc is glued to the axis, we're gonna select this point, which is the center of the arc, and then we will put it on the axis. So you select the point and then the line, in this case it's the axis, and then you come here and use the coincident constraint. So these will be coincident points. And then we still have 1 degree of freedom. The other side we do the same. To make it easier, you can just do this to visualize it better, and then select both, and then use again the coincident constraint. So our sketch is fully constrained now, but it's not closed yet. The wire is still open. We have to do the bottom part. So you could do a line here, but it would be too straight. I tried that before. So we will use another arc the same way we did before, with 3 points. So let's find it here. Create arc by 3 points. Again, the same tool. So you connect with the left point of the arc. So these will be coincident points. And then we will connect to the y-axis here. So at first it's going to be straight, but then we do a little arc. We can select how much we want it to be, how much we want it to be round. So I think like this is good. And then we'll do the same the other side, these and these, and then a little bit here. And then we proceed to set up the diameter the same way we did with the top arcs. So come here and then constrain auto radius. This is 54, just to make it easier, 54. And then again, the same thing you can do, 54. We still have 1 degree of freedom, which is the coincident point here at the bottom of the heart. You can see that we can do this, and then you can select where you want it. Let's say, I think a little bit more, like in here. I think this is good. Then you can select this point and then use another reference to set the size, vertical width or height. So select the point, make sure it's selected. It's small, but you can see it's selected, it's green. And then select the 0 point here, and then we will use the vertical distance to set the size. So let's do 40. And now you have a fully constrained heart on your sketch. So you can pad it, do whatever you want with it. Let's do a pad here, 1 centimeter. And here is your heart. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial that I made especially for Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching and see you next time.